Respected Honorary Chairperson, good morning to you all. I am Safia Akhtar, research scholar from Rajasthan University, presenting my paper under the guidance of Ma'am Amity. The topic is impact of spiritual and emotional intelligence on psychological well-being in long-term yoga practitioners. In this paper, I have taken 3 points which are very important in life. These are psychological well-being, emotional intelligence, and spiritual intelligence. Due to the lack of time, I will not discuss them. So, I will just show the slides: psychological well-being, then emotional well-being, then spiritual intelligence, then there is the importance of EQ and SQ, then EI, the relation with EI of psychological well-being and SI with the psychological well-being. Then this is the objective. This study has been conducted to study the role of emotional and spiritual intelligence individually in determining life satisfaction, anxiety, stress and depression. Second, investigate the role of emotional and spiritual intelligence jointly on the various measures of psychological well-being. Hypothesis was emotional intelligence will influence life satisfaction, anxiety, stress and depression, as well as spiritual intelligence will influence life satisfaction, anxiety, stress and depression. Emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence will jointly influence the various measures of psychological well-being. Now the variables, independent variables were spiritual intelligence and emotional intelligence. Dependent variable was psychological well-being. Under this, life satisfaction, anxiety, stress and depression were taken. Now the design is 2x2 factorial design was used for the present study. The sample was divided into 4 groups on the basis of median scores and SI, as you can see. Sample size was 300, age range was 35 to 75 years, and the sample was taken from major yoga centers of Jaipur city. Now the tools for psychological well-being, 8SQ, prepared by Cattle et al. 1976. In this I have taken 3 dimensions: anxiety, stress and depression. Now life satisfaction scale, Diener, Emmons, Larson and Griffin by 1985. Second is emotional intelligence scale by Wong and Law, 2002. Spiritual intelligence scale developed by International Institute of Transformation, 2001. Now the result table. For life satisfaction, results reveal that there were positive significant effects of EI and SI and interaction effect of ESPI and SI. Person low on EI as well as on SI are also low on life satisfaction. This shows that EI and SI are important constructs which can determine the life satisfaction of an individual. Result table 2 shows that EI and SI were found significant, whereas the interaction effect of EI and SI on anxiety was not found significant. Lower the mean value of EI, more the anxiety. Similarly with the SI, this shows that a person with a high EI or SI will be less anxious. This table shows EI and SI were significant but not the interaction effect. They support the idea that situation and people that stressful situation suppose the idea that EI has to cope with stressful situation and people high on SI have high tolerance level of stress. Here we can see the significant effect of EI on depression. Effect of EI on depression, but neither SI nor interaction effect shows this effect of significance. This proves that people with low EI tend to be more depressed, whereas people with high emotional intelligence manage the situation and overcome easily with depressive states. Further, 30 posts of test was calculated to see the difference in the various groups formed by the interaction of EI and SI on life satisfaction. The mean difference for group A is lesser in comparison to group B and is significant at 0.00 level. The mean difference for group C are greater than group A. This suggests that high EI, high SI is sufficient condition for life satisfaction. The mean difference for group B is lesser in comparison to group C and D and is significant at 0.05 and 0.00 levels. This suggests that SI is more important than EI for life satisfaction. The mean difference for group C do not differ significantly from group D. This also suggests that SI is more important than EI for life satisfaction. Now this is the conclusion that people who are high on EI and those who are high on SI tend to be more satisfied in all aspects of life. For life satisfaction, presence of both constructs is not necessary. A person may be high on either EI or SI. If a person is high on both EI and SI, he or she will be more satisfied. Now the implications. It is highly suggested that positive potentials and positive emotions should be fostered in life of values and virtues must be developed as they are key to happiness in this highly complex world. Thank you.